Hello. In this video, we're going to discuss forum marketing. And forum marketing is just a method of marketing using discussion forums located across the internet. Now, these discussion forums are usually themed, which means they're based around a kind of single topic. Maybe it's a gaming forum, or a business forum, or maybe an investing forum, or maybe they're a little bit more detailed than that. Instead of just being a dog forum, there may be a collie, or pit bull, or Doberman Pinscher forum. So they get fairly well narrow in their themes and niches, which is great for you as an advertiser because it allows you to come in and advertise to your target market very easy once you find your niche forums. So forum advertising is nearly absolutely free for you. You can drive targeted traffic to your sites. All it takes is a little bit of time learning how to do it. We go over how to build credibility, why it's important to have a great profile, and we discuss some of the things you need to put in your profile. We provide you with a free tool that helps design signatures and forum posts for you. We show you how to find niche forums, and we discuss how to go about doing your forum signatures and links. So let's jump right in and get started. Alright, this is going to cover forum signatures. Now I'm sure you know what forums are. They're basically discussion groups located around the internet, and there's forums basically on every topic imaginable. So it's not going to be that hard to find a forum that you can go post in and advertise your products or affiliate products in. But first, let's discuss signatures, because that's a form of advertising that you're going to use in forums. Signature is basically every time you write a post or reply to a post, you have a signature that appears below your posting, if the forum allows it, but most of them do. Some of them are more lenient than others on what you allow them to put. Always check, the board, if they allow you to have affiliate links. If they allow you to do outright advertising. If they don't, you can still use that forum in a little indirect way. But what we're focusing on right now is, again, is signature. So this is a forum called eWealth. And I'm just basically showing you the signatures here of some of the people. Now, these are all ads probably for products of theirs. So that's straightforward. Now, this is a forum called Tribal War. And they allow images and the clickable links. They allow all kinds of stuff. They're kind of funny guys here, I tell you. Like, it's a gaming forum for the most part, but somebody's advertising, obviously, right here in their signature. So, again, signatures are a great way of advertisement. It's not really intrusive because it's not spam. You're not making them read your signature. They can scroll right by it. You don't want to get ridiculous and have a multi-line signature. You want to keep it 2 to 3 lines. And if you use an image, you want to keep it fairly small. But forum signatures are just basically attachments at the end of your post that help advertise your site or products. I like to cover now credibility. And with anything in life, somebody's more likely to deal with you in business or on a personal level if they think that you're a genuine person, if you're credible. Same thing on forums. You want to have credibility, and there's a few different ways you want to go about establishing credibility. One, don't join a site and do a quick post promoting your product and leave. That's called a hit and run. Nobody buys it. It's seen as spam. It can get your account banned almost instantly. If not, you're going to make an ugly name for yourself pretty quick. So, to establish credibility, make a few real posts. And don't do them all at once. Spend a day or two on a forum. Make a post one day, a post the next, maybe a post again the third. You make a couple of posts a day if you want. But do that before you start recommending something. Okay? Next thing is make sure you do have your profile filled out. And profile has your age typically and where you're from and your hobbies. You can make up this information. It doesn't have to be true. But theme it towards the site. What kind of person would you think will be at that site? And try to make a profile after that. Because when people see this, they're going to say, okay, this person's here for our site. They're part of our community. That gives you credibility. Another thing to do is have an avatar. An avatar is a picture that represents you or your personality. It don't have to be a real picture of you. It could be a picture of your likes or something relevant to the site. And you can get tons of free avatars. If you go to google.com, type in avatar or avatars and hit enter, you automatically find some sites that give you free avatars. And what you do, you browse the sites, see if there's an avatar you like. There's tons of different things out there. You'll right-click the avatar, save it on your computer. I will put it in a folder called avatars or something so you can keep up with all your avatars. And when you go to the forum sites, create your profile. If they allow you to upload your avatar, upload an avatar that you selected that kind of fits the theme of that site, or maybe the username that you use. That's another important thing. When you make a username, kind of make a username that might be geared towards the site. If you're into a gaming site, maybe you might want to call it Ace Gamer, or if it's about Half-Life, Half-Life Master, or something off the wall. It don't have to be so corny, but give it a name that would be related to that type of site, typically, and an avatar that would be related to that type of site too, because now you're matching everything. You look more credible, more genuine. Your profile looks real. You can do a simple text signature, throw in a link. That's okay to do that there. And after a few posts, and you have a little bit of time go by, these sites are now advertising avenues for you. So it's not a lot of investment. It builds back links for you. It builds you traffic, and it makes you sales. So do it properly, and you'll see results. When doing forum marketing, the most important part of forum marketing is making posts and replies and having a good signature. Now, you can craft your own signature yourself if you go in and learn BB code, which is the markup language that a lot of forums use. Just like HTML, it's a language websites use to render websites to you. So BB code lets you insert images often, links, and colors into your post, and sometimes your signatures if the forum allows it. And I ran across this excellent tool called FASS, F-A-S-S. It's from a company called Pawsoft, P-A-W-S-O-F-T, and you can find it at www.pawsoft.com. It's a free application. I've never seen anybody mention this application before. It's a wonderful tool for what we need it for. So let's go ahead and bring up in FASS, FASS. FASS allows us to type up posts ahead of time and preview them on our computer before we go to forums and make the posts, and allows us to insert images, text, far as colorful text, bold text, you name it, it lets you do it, and it inserts the VB codes for you. Another excellent feature of it is this post generator tool, and we'll cover that in a minute. But first, let's get into using this to create a signature. Okay, say that you just want a very simple one-line signature. Alright, this is plain text. Love deals? Well, check out kickassdeals.com. Simple and to the point. Now, let's make it linkable by highlighting www.kickassdeals.com and then click the URL button and give it the actual website URL. Now it inserts the VB code for us, and we can preview this. Look at that. Let's go back to Edit Post, and you can make this code. You can edit the code any way you want. Just be careful not to overwrite any existing text. So I highlight the website address again, and I'm going to tell it to make it bold, and go preview post, and there it is. It's bold. So now you can go to any of your forums that you have profiles set up for, and take this code that you generated here and copy and paste it into your signature if they allow BB code and if they allow you to have URLs. Some don't. Many of them will let you have a URL. Just don't go spamming 5 or 6 URLs in your signature. That definitely screams of spam. Some even allow you to have images. And if you copy and paste a image location off one of your websites, you can use the image tag and have an image in your signature, but keep the images fairly small. So that's how you would use it for signature generation. Now let's go into a post. This thing will let you create a post and preview it before you even go to the forums. Now you can just type your post up like you normally would type a post and insert your links, which is fine. But it has another great tool, the post generator. Now I'm going to go with the auto. The manual, the manual. The auto is pretty good too, but you got to remember exactly what step you're on and what you need to post in. The manual, when you click it, it brings up a few things. Comments is your comment on the post you're making. See, I would use this, say I have a website, which I do, and it's mainly an AdSense site. I make fairly good money off AdSense off this site. Well, I'm going to make a comment about this site, like I found this site, it was useful for me, and I'm going to go to a health-related site that's discussing acne. Okay? Well, we're going to generate a post before we ever go to these sites. And comments, I had acne bad, but okay, now this sounds genuine. I had acne bad, but this information helped me. I'm sharing it, hoping it will help others as it did me. Okay? Now, we're going to just give it a post title. And news text. News text is when you go to the website that you're going to quote from and just grab a few lines of text. Alright? Then you go right back to PawSoft and you paste it in. And then you got to give it the URL, which you copy and paste here. It will actually break it down for you. Click create, and there's your entire post made for you. Click preview, and here it is. When you post this on the site, it's going to look like you're offering genuine information, especially if you're doing it on a health-related site, and more importantly, maybe an acne forum or acne topic thread. And it's going to give you a backlink directly to the site and to the article. It allows you to quote it, which makes it look like it's a valid article. So, PawSoft.com, their FAST program, is completely free. I'm going to include it with this video. It's really worth using because it's a powerful tool and it's a free tool. And if you're doing forum marketing, you need something that's going to optimize your time. I have a fairly neat site I want to show you. It's simplistic, but it serves a function, and it can definitely help you advertise your site or product if it's a brand name product people know. But I would use it for sites more than anything. The website I'm talking about is called Sloganizer.net, and that's SLOGANIZER.net, Sloganizer.net. When you arrive at Sloganizer.net, it's very simple. This is one thing you want to do to get started. Just type in your domain name. And I'm going to throw in just one of my domains that was pretty popular. And tell it to Sloganize it. And what this service does is just come up with random sayings. Some of them are kind of stupid, but overall, it's kind of cool. Now, when you see this saying, we want to click here, say, make it into an image. And what happens is, you see it change it again. I want more. I want kickassdeals.com. Every 30 seconds, this image changes. So if you use this included text into your forum signatures or onto your website, if you just want to have a little comedy with it, every time somebody comes to your post in a forum, or every 30 seconds, you'll have a new saying or slogan. So that's kind of neat. Now you can change the background, saying that you post on forums that have a black background. So you want to be able to have your text, of course, like so. So that's really nice. The only thing I would recommend you changing is when you copy and paste this code into your signature profile for forums, and not all forums allow images, so remember that. But the ones that do, I would change this. This is taking you back to them. And so if somebody clicks on your little slogan here, let's change it back to the way it was. If somebody clicks on your little slogan, it would actually take them to Sloganizer.net. And that's their little way of advertising. But you want to advertise for you. So change this. I would change it to the website I'm advertising. Once you copy and paste it, you can do that. And save it to a text file somewhere. And every time you sign up for a forum, if you just want to have a little fun with getting your domain name out, you can do it like this. This is a little less serious approach of using what I call guerrilla marketing and forum signatures, because it's not right out spam. It's a little comedy to it, and you might get away with it where you might not get away with other types of posts. So again, this is Sloganizer.net. Great way to have a little edge on the competition as far as getting your link out in forum posts. In order to make use of forum advertising, signatures and posts, you got to, of course, post in a forum to advertise. And I recommend posting in forums that are relevant to the content that you're promoting. Meaning, if you have an ebook about dog training, you want to go to a dog or animal type forum. You don't want to go to a martial arts forum to promote dogs. No more than you want to go to a sports car forum to promote fish. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You may find a few users there who may share your interests, but the broad community won't, and it will just be more of a waste of time for you, and more likely to consider your content that you post spam, because obviously the forum is nothing about what you're posting about. So we want to go to a forum directory or a list to find a forum for us. And a lot of people recommend bigboards.com, and that's www.big-boards.com. And while this is a great site, it helps you find the largest forums on the internet, and it lists them out by software type and niche, kind of what they cover. I find it fairly limiting. I'll show you what I mean. When you go to forum, bigboards.com, and go into forum rankings, it lists the sites that are considered the largest forums online, and it groups them by post, number of posters actually in the forums, and how many members they have. So this shows you the activity of the forums, and that's good because sometimes some of these forums can be used for your advantage, but a lot of these bigger forums are posted here don't really let you have decent signatures. You might get something out of them, but you're not going to get many links out of some of these boards. And the limiting factor I mentioned is, again, if I had a site about dogs and I type in the word dog and search it on big boards, it gives me 5 results. And honestly, most of these aren't about dogs. It's about martial arts and has the word dog in it. So we really got to find a source of forums so we can do some advertising in. So we're going to turn to our friend Google. And I already got my little search type here. I'm going to zoom in on this for us. But what we're going to do is type in all in title, one word, colon, and then after that, hit space, and the subject we want to look up, I'm using dog, space, file type, colon, HTML, space, form, and that's file type FILETYPE colon HTML space form. So what we're doing, we're telling Google to find us everything that has dog in its title. It's an HTML file. It also has the word form in it. And let's see how this works for us. There we go. We have tons of forums now about dogs. And we're probably going to have a lot more than the 5 that Big Boards listed for us. And we could change this to anything we want by changing dog into car or cars. And we have a pretty good list of car-related forums probably now. And the list goes on and on. You can change it to dolls, you can change it to birds, whatever. You're going to find forums on it. So now you can go through this list, and I would recommend copying and pasting the URLs into a spreadsheet or something, and have these forms keep up with your user IDs that you use. Use the post techniques, the signature techniques that we went over earlier, And this ought to be an excellent form of marketing, because you can go to ClickBank, find a dog-related training book, go create a user on these forms, create a good signature using the FAST program we went over earlier, set up your website. I usually would never post an affiliate link. People see right through that a lot of the time. But use a website as a middleman, kind of post a link to your site, which might have a review on that product, a recommendation of that product, or just a redirect to the site, if nothing else. But don't post directly to the site, because it could be spotted by the mods and admins. They won't like you sending affiliate links off their site. But if you're actually showing that you're trying to recommend a product that could help somebody, and you're posting a good post, you're not just spamming the forums,